Hey guys, your boy Ball, and I'm back once again with another live reaction. This one's going to be about Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and I think it's a Tawna reveal. Tawna is one of the other playable characters along with Dingodile. So now it's Crash, Coco, Dr. Cortex, Dingodile, and now Tawna. I think there's two more. I think they said it was 7. I'm not sure. But as I could gather, this Tawna supposedly is from another dimension, because the Tawna that is from the dimension of this universe, or the universe that Crash exists in, is the one that left him for Finn Pinstripe, if y'all didn't know that. After Crash won, she dumped him and went with Finn Pinstripe. But there's some other stuff around that. But without further ado, as you guys know, that this game is coming out next month, and I can't wait to play it. So let's go and watch this live reaction and see how Tawna plays.
Hey everybody, welcome to PlayStation Underground. Before we introduce our developer guest from Toys for Bob, we're super excited to showcase a brand new cinematic from Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, featuring a certain character's very exciting return. So we'll stay quiet while playing that for you now.
Man,
Thank you so much. Wait, Tawna?
oh, Tawna.
Different. You're not from our universe.
It's good to see you guys. It's been a long time for me.
We lost touch in your universe too, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
They're dead.
What did we
They're
like,
kind of
die or
dead.
something?
Yeah.
No, no, definitely not. So how are things in your dimension?
The usual. A bunch of evil scientists attempting interdimensional domination.
Huh. So, what you collecting? Crystals? Gems?
Masks.
Ooh, fun. Well, good luck with that.
Wait, you're not coming?
Sorry,
Wow.
I'm solo. But I'll lend a hand where I can. In fact, I already have.
What? Why they made her thick? Why they make her thick? It's not right. They just made her thick. Too thick.
Welcome everybody to another episode of PlayStation Underground.
So
You got Tim and Chris
Tawana
here,
plays like
and we are so excited to be joined
or
by Lou
or
Stutter,
Tawna,
producer on
whatever they
Crash
want to call
4,
her.
It's About
She
Time,
plays
and
just like how
Mandy,
Coco
writer
did
on
it
the game. Thanks so
in
much for joining
Crash
us for
Bandicoot
Open
Rapid
Crash
Cortex, if y'all
Bandicoot
guys
4.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Because you know Coco in this game has a spin. This girl's got a kick.
Well, Lou and Mandy, we're absolutely
Just
honored
like
to
how
have you
Coco
both
did in
on
Rapid
to reveal
Cortex. That's
Tawna
pretty
and
cool.
Crash Bandicoot 4, first with that awesome cutscene, and now with a first look at her gameplay. So, where do we begin?
Yeah, so today we're super
So I wonder if she got a
excited
double
to be
jump.
on PlayStation Underground, revealing kind of our last playable character.
Oh, and she got a
Tawna.
double jump.
Yeah,
Oh, she's the last
She's
one.
got a new style.
it's exciting to see her like in this version.
Yeah, no, she's, it was really exciting for us to kind of re-envision her role in the
Good
game.
God Almighty.
And so this is actually, as you saw in the cinematic at the start here, this is Tawna from another dimension.
Oh, she has a
So
wall
this is kind of
jump.
our
That's kind of
version of
cool.
A unique, kind of playable version of Tawna.
Alt Tawna.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great, and she's got it definitely, one thing that's been really cool seeing all the different playable characters for Crash 4 is, Crash and Coco have a very traditional play style for, Crash Bandicoot, but then you have, Cortex who kind of uses his blaster to change enemies, and then recently revealed Dingodile and his vacuum cannon. So what sets Tawna apart, gameplay-wise that we're seeing here?
Yeah, so Tawna's kind of all about being like an action hero.
Yeah, she looks like it.
And so for her, she's actually got a couple of really unique maneuvers that kind of change
This-
her gameplay when compared to Crash and Coco or the other
This,
playable characters.
oh my God.
Primarily, she has what we call her hook shot. It's kind of a grappling hook that allows her to traverse the level really speedily.
I gotta say,
And then you
Toys
can
for
also
Bob
see she's
really
the only
do
character
care
that can
about
wall jump.
the fan
And
base.
so for her,
Because it's
all
like,
about kinda quick
this game may
traversal
not get stale
and
because of
comboing these
Tawna.
different maneuvers
Or
together.
Tawna.
Oh, there's that hook.
Cool.
Yeah, going from a rope swing to a hook shot to a rail grind to a wall jump. She's all about
She got
fast
the-
and nimble,
she
in
got the
ways that
angel
other
there.
characters aren't.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
her design too, like just like the leg warmers and the hair. Like it's very like 80s action hero.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah, that's actually something that our art team was really focused on, was kind of making her seem like she's been on adventures and she's kind of found, her own personal style and way forward in the world.
Yeah. And so we're seeing color splash out of her here. What's going on there?
Yeah, so this is actually a look at one of our newly revealed modes called Inverted Mode. And so it's our kind of souped up take on a mirror mode. And so what we've got is kind of an inverted level layout, but then also each of the dimensions has their own new and unique kind of art style and experience. And so this one that we're showing off today that Tawna's playing through is one where the world is black and white, but all of the actions that you do paint to the environment.
Okay, very cool.
Man, gotta watch out for those sharks.
Yeah, it looks like, no matter what character you're playing in Crash 4, that familiar but, challenging but fair difficulty is there. I wanted to ask a question, Mandy, for you, what it was like revisiting a character like Tawna, who's familiar, but this is a different take, and, she's been kind of out of the picture for a little while. What was it like bringing her back in this new way?
It was really cool. I mean,
Man,
the nice thing about
Toys for
doing
Bob, please.
an alternate
If y'all hear me
character
out,
is it's kind of a blank
I hope
canvas,
Naughty Dog hires y'all.
obviously
Y'all
I
can
had
make
the
a
art
Jack
to
and
go
Daxter
on
game
as to what
too.
she looked like, but it was really fun trying to figure out who she was and what her place in the story was.
God
Sorry, I
almighty.
love this recycle bin.
Yeah. If you got to go, as long as you can be useful and repurposed in your, afterlife, that's good.
Yeah, in the future they can even reuse Bandicoot corpses.
That's good.
Ooh.
You got to get resourceful. That's awesome. One thing I'm curious about is with the different characters being playable. Sort of, how does it work for you pick up the game and you start playing? Is it like a linear progression of stages and you'll play different characters for different stages, or can you go back to the same levels as a different character? Kind of, how does it work for when folks are going to be playing it?
Sure. So the main adventure is a linear series of stages. We've kind of taken our cue from Crash Bandicoot 1, and we've got what we call the dimensional map, which is kind of this overview of the levels, and that allows us to introduce new characters along the way.
So
Now,
they
the
pretty much got a
three,
Donkey
additional
Kong
playable
Country
characters,
overworld.
Tawna, Cortex, and Dingodile, will be introduced with their own main level story to get you up to speed on how they play, what their movesets are, so we can kind of train you in how to play them and introduce their storylines. But from that point on, they actually are mostly in these optional levels that we call timelines. And so these timelines are these really fun levels where half of the level is playing as these unique characters in their own level section. And then you see how their story interacts with Crash and Coco.
Interesting. So it's more like this is like the sideline of what's happening?
Yes, exactly. And so it was kind of fun is, when we were working on this and, when Mandy was doing the writing and figuring out how we wanted to do this, we kind of joked, of each of these different characters have their own way of interacting, where Cortex being, a villain is doing stuff to hinder Crash and Coco. Dingodile is just kind of an accidental tourist in all of this, and so he's mostly just kind of causing havoc unknowingly. But then Tawna is all about almost being kind of like a guardian angel on the sidelines.
Aw. She's looking out for him.
That's awesome. And I like that it's kind of this interesting contrast to Cortex, who's kind of causing destruction that might hinder the progress of, Crash and Coco in their stages. But, the one thing I'm curious about, too, is from a gameplay and sort of narrative perspective, like, Tawna's, her abilities to, like, everything from her animations,
Jesus
whereas Crash
Christ.
might have sort of like a belly flop or something like that. She has this really, like, intentional ground
kick.
pound. What does her new design sort of say about her as a character in Crash 4?
Sure, that
Mandy,
underwater
do you want to
mode.
speak to that?
Sure. I think the biggest thing is it speaks to her past in her universe, which you don't really see, but just the fact that she's an experienced, capable adventurer. This really isn't her first rodeo, and so I think that
I
really
hope with the
shows
future
through
Crash
her
titles they keep
animations
bringing
and her
more
moveset
people
and all
like
that
this in.
stuff.
Yeah.
Man, this underwater level is just I love how it, like, she's kind of slowed down and has to move a little bit more agile-y, I guess.
Toys for
Yeah.
Bob.
Is that another inverted?
You guys
It is, yeah.
have really
so
proved
this is actually the
yourselves.
inverted version of
I hope y'all
this
decide to make
future
another
dimension,
Spyro,
so
too.
It totally changes the way that the level feels.
Really does, yeah. I love that because it really just adds to the replayability of like you think you already know how this level runs, and then going through it again with this different style just adds that extra layer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun because what we found is playing the Crash games, you build a muscle memory, and so you end up like you actually see, you know, especially now that we have this death counter, you see your skill grow just by kind of replaying it and knowing the challenges. And so we wanted to create a mode that completely messed with that.
Yeah.
And completely made your muscle memory betray you, and you actually had to learn and relearn the levels over again to make it feel really fresh.
I love that.
No, that's really cool, and I'm also just a huge fan of seeing. I love wall jumps in game, and growing up with like side-scrolling platformers from like the 8 and 16-bit era, like just wall jumping it can be so liberating and
So here we
requires
go.
such
I think they're going
precision
back
and
to they're
skill, so
recycling
it's
the
fun to
footage
see
now.
that in a Crash game. Also, it's fun to see enemies stacked on top of each other to try to take you out with flailing cutlasses. So yeah, what are we looking at now in terms of gameplay here?
Yeah, so we wanted to show off a little bit more Crash and Coco, of course, just kind of, to make sure to know that they're in the game as well.
I'm loving her pirate costume.
Yeah, that's actually the other thing that we recently unveiled is that you can actually find gems in levels and kind of earn gems, and these gems are used level by level to unlock additional skins for the game.
Good.
And so this is something that's, it's not
Good.
a microtransaction or purchase, it's purely...
See, they had to emphasize that again. No microtransactions. Y'all are under Activision. Y'all are under fire for this, along with smart
we started the
guys.
video taking a look at Tawna in kind of a pirate-themed dimension level.
Activision, EA, they all do them little scummy ass practices
Similar
with that.
exploration, but in a different level and wearing her awesome pirate outfit.
Nice. I loved earlier when she was able to like whip one enemy right into the other.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
Yep.
And yeah, in the interest of showing off the variety of Crash 4, I guess it's just worth noting that this is pre-recorded gameplay. We're not doing this live as we're talking, just because we did want to be able to kind of show a bunch of different examples of the gameplay all at once. But I'm loving this world and sort of the pirate theme.
God, the music.
And I did get a chance to play a little
Jesus
bit of
Christ.
Crash 4 and try these sort of like rail grinding sequences, and it's a lot of fun. One thing I really liked is that when you're controlling them underneath on the underside of the rail is that you have control over kind of where their body's angled, so you can kind of dodge incoming attacks. Oh, look at this outfit.
Crash's outfit. So good.
The master of subtlety.
That's right.
Look at it.
He's a charmer.
So is this his future get up?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Future Crash.
This is what we're all gonna look like in the future, so get used to it.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep. Anything to make me feel alive, this is what I could use. I love this. So this is the same sort of theme stage as we were looking at.
I love
with
Crash's
Tawna
run animation.
underwater, but this is just its sort of default look. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah.
Okay.
So this is what we call the snacks dimension,
Okay.
because this is kind of the culinary capital of the universe. This is the Neon City, and there are food trucks throughout. And it's actually what we wanted to do was make a futuristic world that was ultra, happy and positive. We didn't want to make, a super dark, depressing dystopia, and we actually went and, made this super fun, super vibrant, futuristic city, and we actually have signage of different cultures and different languages represented, because this is just the hangout.
This
of the
game
universe.
is really going to challenge me as
That's
a
great.
platform.
And we're also
Me and my
seeing
gangs of
some of the
platformers.
quantum mass gameplay here too. So that will change the different elements of the gameplay,
Wow.
slowing time to phasing things in and out of reality and what have you. So one thing just worth calling out there. All right, so we're just about out of time. Lou, Mandy, thank you so much for joining us on
Lord
PlayStation
Almighty.
Underground.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yep, and Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, hits PS4 on October 2nd, 2020.
Jesus Christ. Guys, once again, this game is going to be grade A. Toys for Bob really do know how to make games. Like, it started with Spyro the Reignited trilogy, and that game was great. But now I can see like these guys, Crash is in good hands, in great hands. And Tawna, I don't care. I'm calling her Tawna because she got a W in her name. She is going to be an interesting. She's going to be an interesting addition to the game, only because it's like, I like the fact that they're putting so much different variety into it. It's not just Crash and Coco, and once you beat the game, it gets kind of stale. They're actually trying their best to make the game more interesting, and I'm really impressed by that stuff. So guys, leave your comments on the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And whenever this game comes out, I will be playing it. I think a demo is supposed to come out on the 16th. If I remember, I think I read it on IGN, but I think you need to pre-order the game digitally, which is messed up because I'm still about physical media, so I have to pre-order mine through GameStop. So maybe I'll get a second version of the game. I don't know. Maybe it'll come on a code for my pre-order. But guys, I appreciate you. Stay safe out there. It's getting heated, so be careful out there. Be careful who you're around. Remember, stay safe. Be easy. That Ball 50 out.